Okay. I did not expect this to happen. If you don't know what I'm talking about, my original plan was to review Boku, but wouldn't you know, I couldn't find episode 3 dubbed. So that was a bit of a tricky situation I was in. But luckily, I had a plan that I would review another anime that would come after I'd review Boku, and that was Anohana, the flower we saw that day. Anohana, the flower we saw that day is an original anime series released in 2011, directed by Tatsuyuki Nagai and developed by A1 Pictures, who you may remember for being involved with the anime Blue Exorcist, also released in 2011. Now, the reason I wanted to watch this anime is because of something so infamous that it will change the anime community's reputation forever. That's right, I'm talking about the original fucking long-ass title! Anohana no Mayo Wakatachi wa Manager Anohina Wakatachi. Nitpicking aside, let's go on with the review. Jinta Yadami and his group of childhood friends has become estranged after a tragic accident has split them apart. Now in their high school years, a sudden surprise forces each of them to confront their guilt over what happened that day and come to terms with the ghosts of their past. I'm going to structure this review a bit differently than my previous reviews. Instead of talking about the story first, I'm going to be going straight to the characters and leave story till last, because I think it kind of suits me more. To be honest, when I saw the poster for this anime, I thought I was going to be seeing the same bloody archetypes that you see in most shows in the slice of life genre. You know, the arsehole, the bitch, the comic, the silent one, someone's even more of an arsehole, and something that tastes like diabetes. But no, I actually got more depth and development than I actually thought I would get. I mean, it's not like the creators would just say, hey, we're going to put the basic character archetype structure from personality to appearance to voice, just to make you care. I'm sure you may have seen these characters billions of times in other shows, but we're still going to manipulate you just to make you care for these characters that we brought up half-assedly. No, every character has an interesting motive about them. Kind of like how Clannad approached it. While the characters are good, the story dominates them too much when the character actions and feelings are concerned, but I'll get to that later. Technically, this is really impressive, with the animation for the show being very well accomplished. The backgrounds are engaging with its vibrant colours without any outline, really captures the essence and vibe of spring. Even Chichibu Bridge in the show looks identical to the real one. The character designs are very distinctive from one another by having different proportions and sizes to match the characters' personalities. They're so distinct that you would think that other studios helped out with this anime as well. It is really obvious that it is reminiscent to other studios such as JC Staff, Madhouse, and even a bit of Kyoto Animation. Dun dun dun! Everybody turned in an adequate performance for me. Not many voice actors I recognize. Well, maybe that's because I'm more familiar with North American voice actors rather than Japanese voice actors, with a few exceptions. So that's all I have to say about voice acting. The music really impressed me on just how memorable it was. The incidental music is nothing special, but the opening and ending themes are real standouts. The opening song is really good, and it's catchier than I thought it would be. Whenever I say an opening song is catchy and memorable, I immediately forget about it for some odd reason, but this opening stands out in my mind. Maybe it's because I have a soft spot for soft rock, but I don't know. The ending song is superb and totally memorable and has stood out in my mind for the past week, so that has got to be an accomplishment. It also stands out because of its clever use of using its next time trailer. It's something that I've never seen an anime do before. The music is without doubt the best part of the series for me. But technical design is not what I'm here to see, because one of the most important aspects of the series is its story. And to be honest, the story is one of its biggest letdowns. First, let's look at the premise. A tale about losing a friend at a young age in a tragic accident and haunting your memory ever since is compelling stuff and somewhat original. The characters actually have reasons why they still care about that event, which will have you invested in their actions. But the thing is, they don't use this premise to its absolute potential. They don't go that extra mile into making it believable. This may make me sound like a sick, twisted person when I say this, but I think it'd be actually much more believable and satisfying if we actually saw a member die, or if you don't want to go that far, we actually see the body after its death. It would make the audience much more invested in her character and be more emotionally grabbed by her instead of just giving just a vague explanation. Another problem is the pacing. I find it inconsistent because there are some times where the story is slow, then they have a scene that comes right the fuck out of nowhere, and after that it bores me again with its slow pacing. It was only until the last couple of episodes in which the pacing was at least consistent. The characters are pretty good themselves individually, but the main problem with them is that their feelings for each other get in the way of their personalities. In the end, it just adds up to this very complicated love cube. Watch the anime, you'll find out what I mean. People say this is one of the saddest anime, if not the saddest anime ever. I agree and disagree at the same time. I agree because the ending is probably one of the saddest moments I've ever seen in an anime. Even though I didn't cry, it was still sad, and it didn't have to rely on a happy ending. It just wanted to have a conclusion, if not as powerful or believable as I would have hoped. But I also disagree because, going back to pacing, there are sad scenes that come right the hell out of nowhere and are just sad for the sake of being sad. I think I've rambled on for long enough. Here's my conclusion. I've seen people say that this anime is a masterpiece on both Anime News Network and My Anime List, but in my opinion it just falls short in terms of story. But on the positive, it has an interesting cast of characters, and technically it accomplishes a lot more than I had expected. And while I don't like it as much as the fans, I do admire it for being a change of quality from all the stupid slice-of-life comedies and the shows with a lot of squandered potential. It's good, but I think it just didn't use its potential far enough. I've seen better, but I've seen far worse. With that being said, I give Anohana, the flower we saw that day, a 7 out of 10. If you like sad animes, slice of life, or just want to change the quality from the shitty recent anime, or you just want to have a change of pace from your action shows, then give the show a shot. With this review over, I'm now gonna get a ton of comments saying, "Go watch Planet After Story! You'll be crying buckets in episode 16! Shut up, fanboys. Anyway, this is IrishAnimefan. Thanks for watching. Until next time, and slán.